Welcome back to the channel, everyone. So today I'm going to be doing a video on the top 5 games that surprised me. So what I mean by that was I didn't expect to like the game as much as I thought I would. There were some games I didn't think I was going to like at all just because of the theme of it that are on this list. But they ended up being a lot better than I thought they were going to be. So I'll go into a little bit of backstory on each game, why I didn't think I'd like it, but I ended up enjoying it a lot more than I thought I would. So the first one is going. I don't have the box here because the box is too big. It's going to be Wingspan. So Wingspan is a game by Stonemaier Games where you're pretty much building your own bird sanctuary. Now, why did I not expect to like it? Well, because the theme does not interest me at all. The reason I purchased it is because I've heard good things about it. I thought I'd give it a try. You know, don't always judge a book by its cover, and man, was I wrong. Wingspan is a fantastic game, whether you're into the theme or not. And take it for somebody like me who who wants player interaction, who's more of a combat-heavy type of gamer. Wingspan is just a relaxing game. It's if you get the European expansion, there's a little bit of player take that in it. There's some cards in there that could affect other players. I liked it. There were some people I played with that didn't like it. I do have the Asia expansion and the one before it. The only one I've played is the European expansion. Wingspan hasn't hit the table in the wilds. It's been pretty tough these past few months. Well, since becoming a dad and everything. But I always have reviews coming in and stuff. But Wingspan is really a real pleasant game that I think everybody should give a shot. Everybody knows about Wingspan, but if you're watching this, if you're new into board games, give Wingspan a shot. Definitely check that game out. I think it's going to take you by surprise on how good it is. So that's going to be my first one, Wingspan. My second one is a Euro-style game. So I picked this up because I like the dice mechanism. Anytime there's dice involved, I'm always going to be at least a little bit interested. I always like using dice. I know the whole using dice for combat could be very random now. It's very old-fashioned. It still works today. Don't get me wrong. Games like Cthulhu, Death May Die, or Massive Darkness, games like that. I believe it still works. But this game is a small little game here called the Red Cathedral. Now I know they just came out with a new game also called the White Castle, which I really want to check out also because I heard it's actually plays pretty quick. But this is a Euro-style game. Now my problem with Euros, I've actually wanted to do a video of my top 5 Euros also of all time. Now, the reason I don't like Euros, I sound like a broken record, is one is the interaction. I want player interaction. A lot of Euro games, it's usually multiplayer solitaire, and I can't stand that. There are some games out there that are multiplayer solitaire that I enjoy a lot, and they're actually on my top 100 list. But this game has got a little bit of take that in it because you're trying to build the St. Petersburg Cathedral, I think that's what it's called. And you can mess with other players. So you can take one of your flags and put them below a piece that a player is building. And if I could be getting confused, but I know if you complete it before another player, you can mess with them pretty badly. It's not super mean, but there's a little bit of that take that element, and it uses the dice. You roll the dice and you put it on a certain action to get a certain resource. I've been wanting to do a review on this game for a while. I haven't had a chance, but this is really a spectacular little game, a little Euro game, worker place. I want to say worker place, more of a Euro dice rondel type game, resource management. But one I highly suggest you guys check out because again, it took me by surprise how much fun this game is. And surprisingly, my wife, who's not a gamer at all, actually enjoyed this game as well. I have the Contractors expansion I've been wanting to play too. I'm pretty sure it makes the game a lot better. But yeah, the Red Cathedral, one I highly suggest you guys check out. And it definitely took me by surprise how good it was. So that's going to be number 2. So number 3, I knew this game was going to be good because this is one of my favorite developers of all time. But I didn't know it was going to be this incredible. It has potential to be my number 1 game of all time. And there's a reason. Let's just go into what it is. It's John Company. So John Company is It's more Euro style game, but I did a first impressions of this last year. Again, I haven't been able to do a review because I haven't played it enough. The reason I haven't played it because one, it's hard to get to the table. It is a rules heavy game. And the first page in the rulebook says that this is not a game for everybody. Grab a cup of coffee and enjoy the rulebook and, thoroughly go through it. Because there is a lot of things going on. Once you play it, you get the hang of it pretty quick. It's pretty straightforward. But there's different scenarios. I believe there's 3 scenarios in this game. They all play a little bit differently. They added a little more stuff. But in this game, you're running the East Indian Trade Company together as one, but you want to be the family to retire with like the most benefits and stuff. So you can one player can actually kill the company and end up winning the game. There's so much going on in this game, and at the beginning of each round, players are being assigned different roles. Like one's in charge of military, one's in charge of running the company, and so again, a lot of stuff going on. I could go all day talking about this game. That's how much is in here. And it really is a fantastic game. This is probably one of the most highest player interactions I've ever seen. Again, because you are working together to run this company, but you don't know what other people's intentions are. It's not a cooperative game at all. But because you are looking out for your own self-interest in this game. But your actions determine what happens to this company. Again, it could be good for you and it could be bad for everybody else. And that's what I like in a game like this. And I remember hearing about John Company. This is the second edition of it, but I never really knew. I'm surprised I didn't know much about it then. I think, and I'm still don't hear much about it now. I'm really surprised. I mean, again, maybe because it's hard to get to the table, but it's a game that it was so much better than I thought it would be. Like I thought it would be like maybe an 8.5 type of game, but this is a perfect 10 already from the times I've played. Again, I haven't done the review yet. Most likely it's going to be a 10. Probably spoiler, but I don't think I've ever played a game that was so interactive than what John Company is, and that's why it's my number 3 of games that have surprised me. So my number 4 is a theme that I despise. I can't stand the theme of this game at all. But when I played it, has been one of my favorite games to play, and that is Obsession. So Obsession is, again, a Euro-style game where you run this rich, snobby family, throwing parties, building up your mansion and different rooms, sending your like butlers and different workers to those rooms to build up, and it's got deck building. But the way everything just comes together, it's just it's fantastic. I mean, I've known about the game for a while, and one day my buddy invited me to play on TTS, and we played a 2-player game, and I was, within the first few turns, I was hooked on this game. I hate the theme, but the theme works here. It's, you're building up your family, so your cards consists of your family and members that you invite into your household and stuff. And again, you play them as different workers, and you're putting them in different rooms, expanding your home. It's got a little, engine building in there as well. And like I said before, the way everything just came together in this game, it just had me intrigued, and it's a game that I adore. I know he just came out with a new expansion that I believe the Kickstarter just ended. But if you have a chance to get a hold of this game or even play it, highly recommend. Again, don't worry about the theme. Again, take it from me, I hate the theme, but this game is fantastic. I could play. It was one of those type of games that'll never leave my collection, and one that really took me by surprise again. That's my number 4. So my number 5 is a game that I'm really excited to talk about, and it's a shame that I have not really heard many people talking about it at all. I know Dice Tower gave it a seal of excellence. It's a game last year, because we finally, 2022. Yeah, this game took about almost 2-3 years to get into backers' hands. I believe that was because of the pandemic. So this game it's an engine building game, but it's from a company that has been notorious of like making bad games. And I remember when I backed it because of the theme. I love, ancient Greece. I love, you know, Atlantis, the whole story of Atlantis, all that. And I was instantly, I was hooked. But then when I started hearing that about their past games, how bad they were, I was like, oh, this is probably not going to be as good as I think it's going to be. And then I played it a few times. Again, I've been wanting to do a review. I want to play it one more time. I want to try something. There's different modules in this game, in different modes. I want to try one more mode before I do the review. And this game is The Age of Atlantis. You're not going to find this game in stores. I'm really shocked that a lot of people aren't talking about it. So it's an engine building game. So you and other houses who are running Atlantis, and it's being invaded by all these different types of armies. You have to build different buildings, and you get these like mech style things that could go and attack, do different things for you, and you're creating this little engine as well. And you have these workers that are also your soldiers that are your dice. I wish I could show you guys, but yeah. Let me see if I can get them out. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, these are the mechs. Well, I call them mechs, but these are different figures that you can get in the game depending on who your house is. Let me show you another one right here. Yeah, as you can see, the figures in this game are incredible. Let me get the dice out. But yeah, the art in this game is fantastic. And so yeah, you have these workers who are also your soldiers. Let me show you right here. So you have them. They look like that. So that shows that they're sad. This counts as a soldier, and this counts as, again, you have the most soldiers fight. These are used to fight, and you don't want to overwork them. But yeah, you place the dice on usually an army. That's usually it's like a small card, and they're slowly invading Atlantis. And I mean, you're working together, but it's still competitive. You want to be the home with the most glory, but you're using other people's buildings now too. And you're giving them more points by using it. And it's just a really fantastic game. I mean, it's again, been wanting to review it, but I haven't had the time. And it's so far, this game is it's a 9 out of 10 from what I've played so far. I did not think it was going to be this good. I wish more people were talking about this game. That's how good it is. There's, again, so much replayability. Like I said, there was different modules. There's a solo mode. There is just a straight up cooperative mode. Honestly, competitive is the way to play this game. Again, the interaction is very high. Again, you're not attacking other players, but you can mess them over yourself by taking different spots on the map, by building up your buildings, building up your city, and now you're pretty much forcing those players to use your buildings, again giving you more points. And I like that type of interaction. But yeah, I wanted to save this game for last because it's really that special. I'm really disappointed it's not being talked about more. But it is. Hopefully, with this video, maybe it will get more attention. But yeah, that's going to do it for today, guys. That's my top 5 games that took me by surprise. Please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. I always answer them pretty quickly. Yeah, so that's going to do it for today. Hope you guys have a great one. Keep on playing.